surface. I want you to drift off that cloud, back down, down, down to the surface. It won't be anything sudden, just like a leaf drifting gently out of a tree. Back down to the surface, and as you come back down, I want you to tell me the very first thing you see there, below you, or the very first impressions that you have as you come back down to the surface. Are you coming off the cloud yet?
Mm-hmm.
What do you see below you?
They're like knights in armor.
Knights in armor. Okay. And what else do you see?
Like chained to the wall. Like maybe in like a dungeon or something.
Can you speak up a little? You're chained to a wall?
I'm chained to the wall. Like feels like a dungeon.
Can you look down at your feet and tell me what you're wearing on your feet?
Like armor boots.
Armor boots? Can you tell me if your body feels male or female?
I feel like a male.
A male? Do you feel like you're young or old?
Probably middle. I don't think I'm old. I'm not really young either.
Okay. All right. Can you see what you're wearing on your body?
Just like armor everywhere.
Armor everywhere, but you're chained to the wall.
Chained to the wall by my wrists.
Your wrists, both of your wrists?
Both of my wrists. Almost like, I don't know, I'm like suspended in air. Like my feet aren't on the ground.
But your feet are not tied down, just
They're
yours.
not tied down. I'm just hanging like somehow. I don't know.
Is there anyone else there with you?
There's somebody else chained next to me.
There's somebody what next to you?
Somebody else is chained.
Really? And are they a male or a female?
I think they're male.
Okay. What else can you see?
There's like a guard. He's got like the armor, the same armor I'm wearing. My eyes keep getting drawn to his head. It's like metal, like on armor. With like points at his cheek.
Does it cover his whole head? Can you see any features?
I can't see a face. Like I can see eyes and that's about it.
Okay. And tell me about any other sounds or sights that you see in this space that you're with.
Well, it's like some kind of fighting.
You can hear fighting?
Like fighting.
So it sounds like... Go ahead.
Not like a war, not like gunshots, but just like voices, hiya, hiya, type of kind of.
And how are you feeling? What are you feeling while you're chained here?
Frustrated, irritated.
Do you know why you're there?
I have no idea.
Is the other person that's chained up next to you, can you talk to them, or you're not allowed to talk, or?
We're not allowed to talk to them. The guard is right in front of us.
Okay. Let's advance a little bit in time with this lifetime that we're looking at. Can you tell me what you see and what's happening next? Are you still in this environment, or have you gone to another place?
No, I'm still here.
And is the person that was next to you, are they still there?
No, No, it's just me.
Just you? So the other person is no longer there?
Right.
Is there a guard there?
The guard is still there. Being forced to watch the fighting.
Being forced to watch the fighting?
Like there's it's not glass, there's some kind of like window that I can see through.
And what's going on with the fighting? What are they fighting with?
It's like a ring. Like where I'm at is like all stone, and then like through the window, I guess it is. It's like a ring, like with a dome above it. A lot of spectators.
What are the spectators doing while this fighting is going on?
They're watching it and cheering.
Is it pretty violent to watch?
It is. It's like they're on a horse. They got these long pole things in their hands. They're not swords. Everybody's in armor, the spectators, the fighters. And they're like going at each other with the pole things.
So is the pole sharp at one end?
It looks like it's got a ball at one end.
Okay. And so during the fighting, how does the fighting end? Is it fighting till death, or? I
don't really know. It almost feels like till somebody gets knocked off, but it feels more violent than that.
Knocked off the horse.
Right.
And do you have any idea why they're fighting? But this seems like it's entertainment for the spectators almost, huh?
It does, like it's a sport.
Do you want to be there, or do you feel like you're there against your will?
Both. I'm chained to the wall, there's a reason. I feel like I should be out there on the horse.
Do you think that this is a temporary place for you and that you'll eventually be out there on the horse, or?
I do, because I'm not scared. I'm more frustrated and irritated.
I wonder what you're frustrated and irritated with. So you said you feel like you should be out there.
They kidnapped me.
Oh. Who's they? Do you know who they are?
I don't. The guys in the armor. It's like that chain link stuff.
Okay. And tell me what happens next. Let's advance a little bit into the future to see what happens next. Last time we advanced, you had another person captive with you, and then it was just you. What do you see happening next?
I'm holding up a trophy.
You're holding up a trophy. How do you feel?
Excited, beat up, sore.
So you were victorious.
Yes.
Well, that's good news. And who's around you while you're holding up this trophy?
I'm in the center step. There's nobody on the lower steps near me. There's a crowd around. everybody cheering.
And what happens next?
Everybody wants to talk to me.
How do you feel about that?
I just want to get away.
Where do you want to go?
Not here.
Okay. All right. Let's move away from that scene. And I want this lifetime that we're looking at, where you were just victorious and won a trophy. I want you to go and find for me the place where you live in this lifetime. I want you to go there and stand outside of the place where you live and describe to me what you see. Are you there outside where you live?
I'm standing outside.
Tell me what the place that you live looks like. Describe it to me.
It's like a rundown shack.
A rundown shack?
Mm.
So it's small.
Small.
And what's around the shack?
The shack is small and run down, but it looks like there's a lot of land.
Yeah? Are there animals on the land?
No, it's empty, like it's unkept.
What does the door of the shack look like?
Looks like it's falling apart, like it's not too secure.
And what's the material that the door is made of?
Looks like it's rotted wood.
Rotted wood? I'd like for you to go through the door and go into the place that you live, if you would, and describe to me what your home looks like on the inside.
I enter, like, the kitchen, like a cast iron wood stove with a fire in it, and like I think that's a burner on top of it. Going a little bit further.
What else do you see?
Looks like a floor is missing, like it's dirt.
And the section that doesn't have floor missing, what does the floor...
Like the whole thing is like dirt. Like there's no floor.
Do you see a table in the kitchen?
No.
No?
No table, no seats. Like blankets in the other room.
Do you see any stairs, or is it all...
No stairs, all one floor, just the 2 rooms.
So describe the other room with the...
It's pretty empty. It's got like a candle on the ground near the blankets. Nothing really in there except the blankets and the candle.
Let's move to dinner time in your home. Let's advance to dinner time. Describe to me what you're eating and who's with you.
I'm by myself, sitting on the floor, which is dirt. It's just like dirt everywhere. Looks like almost like some kind of soup.
What's in the soup?
Water, little bit of vegetables. Doesn't appear to be anything else. No meat or anything of substance.
And you're by yourself?
By myself.
What is it that you do with the majority of your day in this lifetime?
I go out and walk around.
Mm-hmm. Where do you walk to?
Nowhere in particular. It doesn't appear. Just walk.
Mm-hmm. And what else do you do besides walk around?
Not seeing anything else. Just walk.
Okay.
I don't even see any other people.
No? Okay. Is it day or night?
It's daytime.
Mm-hmm. Do you hear any sounds?
It's quiet.
Quiet. When what do you see? Are there, around you?
A lot of overgrown grass, like dead.
Okay.
Just unkept property.
Mm.
The house is falling apart.
Do you see any neighbor houses nearby?
No, it's just all land. And then my little shack. There's no roads. It's just a path that I beat down from walking.
Mm. Do you walk to town?
Town is far.
Yeah. How do you get food?
I grow it.
You grow it?
I don't have money to buy food.
Okay. All right. Let's leave that scene in this lifetime that we're looking at. And let's move to an important day in this lifetime that we're looking at. A day that you consider to be important. When something important is happening. We have moved to an important day. Tell me what you see and tell me what's happening.
I'm in town.
You're in town? Okay, what else?
Looks like there's a new mayor.
Okay. How do you feel about this new mayor?
Nothing's gonna change. He's a joke. Everybody's all excited, gathering around.
But you're not buying into the story, are you?
No.
Do you know this man?
No. Things don't change for people like me, though.
What is the mayor talking about?
What he's gonna do for everybody.
What is he saying he's going to do?
He's gonna improve life.
Does he say how he's going to improve life?
He's gonna build roads.
And where are the roads going to go to?
In town.
But you're not buying it, huh?
No. I'll believe it when I see it.
And is the mayor speaking the reason why you're in town on this important day?
I'm in town to hear what he says.
And what else is happening? What's important about this day?
Everybody's cheering him on for all the new changes.
But you're not cheering him on.
No.
Do you know the people that are cheering him on?
I don't know anybody.
Okay. All right. Is the mayor still talking?
His people are.
And what happens next?
He's going in the crowd, shaking hands,
Mm-hmm.
telling them how he's gonna help them.
And what happens next?
I turn around and start walking.
Away from him?
Yeah,
And where are you going?
I don't know.
You don't know?
Tired of listening to the lies.
Mm. Okay. And what happens next?
I'm just walking through the fields.
Are you heading back home?
I think I might be headed back home.
Yeah? Okay. Did you stop and talk to anybody while you were in town?
No, there's nobody around. There's
Mm.
nobody's friendly.
Mm. Okay. Why do you think that we came to this important day? What's important about it?
I don't know, there's so much change,
Mm.
but there's no change for people like me.
Mm. What do you mean by people like you?
A loner,
A loner.
prefer to be by myself, no money.
Why do you prefer to be by yourself? Where's your family?
They didn't make it.
They didn't make it. What happened to them?
They got killed.
When you say they, is it your parents, your wife, your siblings,
Everybody.
everybody? And how did they get killed? Who killed them?
It was an ambush.
An ambush? Do you know the people that did this to your family?
Yes.
Where did they come from? Why did they do this?
Riot.
Because of the things that need to be changed that the new mayor is claiming that will be changed?
Yes.
Okay. I'm sorry for your loss. Okay. Let's leave that scene and move to another important day in this lifetime with this loner man that we're looking at. Another day where something is important that is happening. We have moved to that important day. Tell me who's with you and what's going on.
I'm dressed up in a suit.
Dressed up in a suit? Is it a special occasion?
Yes.
What's the occasion?
I'm getting married.
You're getting married. So are you excited?
Nervous.
Nervous? Why are you nervous?
Everybody's watching.
So you don't like to be the center of attention, huh?
No.
Tell me about the person that you're marrying.
I can't see her.
You can't see her? How do you feel about her? Are you happy to marry her?
I love her.
That's wonderful. What do you love about her?
Everything. The way
Yeah.
she lights up her room when she comes in.
No. That's wonderful. This is an important day. And who is there with you two on your important day?
Her family's here.
Her family? Do you like her family?
They're okay.
They're okay. Who else is there? So are you getting ready to get married? It's your wedding day.
She's slow. I'm waiting on her.
You know how women are. Do you see her yet?
No, I keep looking.
Tell me when you can see her and how you feel when you see her. And
she's beautiful.
Describe her to me.
She's got long dark hair. She's got a white flowing dress.
Does she look happy?
She does.
Wonderful. And what happens next?
She walks down the aisle.
And who's with her?
Her dad.
How do you feel looking at your beautiful bride-to-be?
Excited.
Yeah. What are you excited about?
Our life.
That's wonderful. It sounds like things have started to turn around. And what happens next?
Her dad puts her hand in mine. And we get married.
And then what happens after the ceremony?
We go back to our house.
And describe the house to me.
It's a big house.
So you're doing much better in life now.
Yes.
Oh, that's wonderful.
It's on the same property.
What did you do with the majority of your day in order to change your financial situation around?
I don't know.
Don't know? Okay. Well, you had to do something and turn your circumstances around from a dirt floor to this big, beautiful house. Describe the inside of the house to me.
It's got floors. It's not dirt anymore. Got a cast iron wood stove, a couple of burners on top. There's a table in the corner. I can look outside and see the garden.
So are there lots of flowers in the garden?
Vegetables.
And are there stairs in the house?
No stairs.
No stairs, so it's just a big house.
Bigger than the shack.
Wonderful. Okay. Let's leave that scene and move to another important day in this lifetime that we're looking at. A day you consider to be important when something is happening. We've moved to another important day in this lifetime. Tell me what you see and tell me what's happening.
My wife.
Your wife? What about your wife?
She died.
Oh. And are you young or old?
Older.
Older? And what happened to your wife? Why did she die?
She was sick.
And what was wrong? What was she sick with?
A disease.
And who's with you on this day?
Me and some kids.
Are the kids the children that you had together with your wife?
Yes.
How many are there?
There's 2.
Are they young?
Teenagers.
Boy or girl?
2 boys.
2 boys. Must be a sad day for your sons as well, huh? Had your wife been sick for a while?
No, it was fast.
It was fast. I'm sorry for your loss. Okay, let's move forward to the last day in this lifetime that we're looking at. You can see it as an observer, and you don't need to experience it. We have gone forward in this lifetime to the last day of this lifetime, and we are watching it as an outside observer. You can look back over the entire life and see it from a different perspective. You will not experience any physical sensations. Tell me what's happening on your last day in this lifetime and who's with you.
I'm in a guillotine.
You're in a guillotine. Do you know why you're in a guillotine?
I don't know.
You don't know. And how are you feeling?
Scared.
Scared? And who else is there?
Everybody.
And what are they doing?
Cheering.
And how does that make you feel?
Pissed off.
And you don't know why you're here?
I don't know.
Is there anyone that you can ask?
People like me don't deserve to live, is what they said.
What do they mean by people like you?
They said scum of the earth.
I wonder why they would say that. Did you do something that they think?
No, I didn't do anything.
You didn't do anything. And do you know how you got to this guillotine?
They tied me up.
Did they come to your house to get you?
Yes.
And who was with you at your house when they came to get you?
Just me.
Just you. And they didn't explain to you why they were taking you away?
No.
Besides scum of the earth, what other names are they calling you?
Leper.
Leper. Okay. Anything else?
No.
Okay. And what happens next?
They chopped my head off.
You chop your head off. So you're watching this as an observer. It won't affect you in any way. What happens next?
Everybody cheers.
Everybody cheers. And what do you see next?
Somebody grabs my head.
Somebody grabs your head? Is it somebody that you know?
No.
Okay. And what happens next?
They're holding my head up. What the fuck?
I wonder why. Are they saying anything when they do that?
They're laughing.
Do you see what happens next?
They're just doing this dance and laughing and cheering with my head.
Wow. Okay. Well, whatever has happened has already happened, and you're on the other side of it. From that position, you can look back over the entire lifetime and see it from a different perspective. You're not experiencing any physical sensations. You can talk about what happened. Every life has a lesson and a purpose. As you look at this life, what did you learn from it?
Can't trust nobody but yourself.
And what do you think your life's purpose was?
To rise above.
To rise above. So, when you say that the lesson was that you can't trust anyone but yourself, were you betrayed in some way by someone?
Everybody.
Everybody? Like who?
The town people. Everybody.
Why do you think they betrayed you?
They killed my family.
Your family that you had with your wife, or the family that you were born into?
My siblings, my parents.
And you don't know why they killed them or you?
Just all the riots.
What are they rioting about?
I don't know what they were rioting about.
Okay. All right.
I was different.
How were you different?
I was special.
How were you special?
I was my own person. I wasn't afraid to stand up for myself.
You didn't follow along with the crowd. That probably made them a little bit fearful of you, huh?
Maybe.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Now let's drift away from that life. We're drifting and floating away from that life, leaving the man there to continue on his own journey. He will find peace. He will find what he is supposed to find. We are leaving him there to continue on his own journey. He will find peace. He will find what he's supposed to find. We are leaving him there to continue on his own path. Now, I want all of the consciousness and personality of Krista to once again return to the body and fully integrate back into the body. May I speak to Krista's subconscious, please?
Yes.
Do I have permission to speak to Krista's subconscious?
Yes.
I respect the power of the subconscious because I know the subconscious takes care of Krista's body and does a very good job of it. I also know that the subconscious has the records of everything that has ever happened to Krista in this lifetime and all the other lifetimes she has ever lived. So I respect the power of the subconscious, and I always ask for permission to speak to it and ask questions. Do I have permission to ask questions?
Yes.
Yes. Can you speak up a little?
Yes.
Okay. Now, I know the subconscious could have brought forth many different lifetimes for Krista to see today, but you chose to bring this gentleman forward in this lifetime for her to see. Why did you pick that lifetime?
She's similar to him.
How so?
She's not afraid to speak her mind and go after what she wants.
Okay. Krista would like to know what her life's purpose is in this lifetime. What is Krista supposed to be doing? What's her purpose?
To help people heal and to finish healing herself.
How can she best finish healing herself?
Continue on her journey.
How? Specifically how? Her journey to what?
She started her journey to healing and she keeps stopping.
Why does she keep stopping?
She puts everybody else first.
But we really have to keep ourselves first, right?
Yes.
If we can't take care of ourselves, we really can't take care of others.
Right.
So, what can Krista do starting her new life today to start putting herself first? What are the first steps she needs to take?
Commit to herself.
Commit to herself.
Set better boundaries.
And who does she need to set boundaries with?
Her kids and her friends and her family.
Okay. All right. And what type of boundaries?
Time.
Time.
They take up her time.
So she needs to make more time for herself.
Yes.
Okay. And is there anything that you can recommend to Krista that will help her to carve out more time for herself? Are there changes that she needs to make other than setting boundaries?
Setting boundaries and sticking to them.
Okay. All right. Krista was wondering if she should continue and try to go back on the QHHT healing path. Is that something that she should be doing?
Yes.
Yes? Okay.
Her clients can also bring up stuff for her and mirror them, and she can heal herself while she helps them.
Beautiful. She'll be glad to hear that. Krista would like to know if Chris is her twin flame.
She knows he is.
Do they have a future together in this lifetime?
Yes. He's very stubborn, but he'll be back.
Okay. What about Matt?
Matt is a soulmate, and she can learn a lot of lessons from him.
Will they be romantically involved or more like just a friendship?
No, he's loyal. He'll always have her back, but no romance.
Okay. In the lifetime that we looked at today, were there any people in that lifetime that are also in this lifetime for Krista?
Yes.
Who?
Her wife, her kids.
And so the wife in that past life, what is the relation to Krista in Krista's lifetime?
Her wife is her brother.
Which brother?
Lance.
Lance. Okay. And her sons, who were they in Krista's lifetime to her?
Her sons are still her kids.
Okay. All right. Krista would like to know what blocks are keeping Chris. You made mention that he's stubborn, but what other blocks are there that are keeping him from her?
He holds a lot of resentment for her.
Why?
Because of her kids.
Her kids. I don't understand. Can you explain why he resents her children?
He's not able to see his son.
Why is he not able to see his son?
His ex-wife is keeping him.
Okay. All right. Is that something that will get resolved before they end up together romantically?
He's currently working on himself and working on getting his son.
Okay. All right. Krista wants to know about her contract with her daughter, Holly. What contract has she made with Holly in this lifetime?
Holly's gonna help her heal.
How so? How will she help her heal?
Krista has a lot of karma and stuff she needs to heal around drugs and around treating people poorly.
Okay. Is it from this lifetime or another lifetime?
From past lifetimes.
Past lifetimes. Can you tell us what drugs that Holly is taking?
There are several.
Several. What's the biggest one that she's abusing?
Meth.
Meth. That's pretty dangerous. What guidance do you have? Is there anything that Krista can do to help Holly with her addictive demons?
Krista needs to drop control.
Okay.
And surrender and not try to control the situation. Needs to play out the way it needs to play out.
That's going to be difficult for her as a mother. What recommendations do you have to help Krista to let go, but also to deal with watching her daughter go down that road?
Krista needs to be more of a support and less of a control. Holly's gonna do what Holly's gonna do to fulfill her part of the contract. The more Krista tries to resist it, the worse it's gonna be for Holly.
So, am I interpreting it correctly that you're saying that Krista just needs to let Holly do her thing, but also lovingly let her know that she's here when she's ready for help to support her?
Yes.
Okay. Is there anything else that you'd like to add to tell Krista to help with this difficult situation with her daughter?
Krista needs to know that Holly is 110% in her role and is not afraid to trigger her to make good on their contract and to make good on fulfilling that contract.
So the contract is to help heal Krista's past life demons with addiction?
Yes.
Is there anything else that Krista needs to know about this contract?
The less she resists, the easier it will be for both of them.
It'll probably relieve some stress too if she surrenders.
Correct.
Okay. All right. Krista would like to know the source of her anger issues.
Krista tends to hold on to things that she doesn't need to hold on and shouldn't hold on to.
For example?
Mostly stemming from past life that she's carried over through this life. She's had a couple of rough and tough lifetimes that she's lived, and she carries it over to this lifetime. And then when she gets angry in this lifetime, she hasn't learned to let that go yet either.
Well, I could see just from the lifetime that you brought to her today why she would be angry. Her whole family was, murdered. So I can definitely see that. How can we, because we're telling Krista, and her conscious may not be aware of, how to let go of the anger. What's the best way, or what tools or advice do you have for Krista to help her learn to let go of that anger and leave it in the past?
She's been working herself on surrendering and her control issues. Once she gives up control, it will be easier for her to give up that anger that she's holding on to.
Mm-hmm.
She holds grudges, and that has also carried over. She is aware on how to go back into her past lives and heal that way. She's just not aware, which is why we showed her this lifetime, so that she can go back into her Akashic records and clear out that energy from the root, and that will help her.
How can she best clear that energy out?
If she goes into the Akashic records and closes out that lifetime, she will follow suit with the rest of the healing that she knows how to do.
And I know I'm asking you a lot of questions, but I'm curious, how does she close out of that lifetime?
She can basically go backwards to go forward, clear out the energy. She can call it forward and call in all the people that she had that lifetime with and ask for forgiveness, give her thanks, give her gratitude, and release all the emotions that she's holding on to from that lifetime, and it will also carry over to this life.
Sounds like also she'd have to do some, you said that you ask for forgiveness, but she'd probably also have to give forgiveness, am I right?
Correct.
Okay. So are there some things that Krista has not yet forgiven that she needs to forgive to help her to move on?
Herself.
What does she need to forgive herself for?
She blames herself in this lifetime for a lot of the things that come up, even though deep down she knows it's stuff that is a carryover from past lifetimes, but she still holds on to it, so she's got to work on self-forgiveness more than anything.
And what's the most efficient way for her to do that so we can cut all of those anger issues and move forward? Is there any specific steps that she can take?
Basically, she's aware of the steps. She's just gotta do it. She's got to. A lot of it was the lack of time she has to sit with herself, to tap into her own knowledge, and she knows the steps. She's just got to do it and surrender.
So maybe wake up earlier, or how can she best carve out the time for this important work? Can you give her some suggestions?
She spends so much time worrying. She spends so much time chasing after her children, that by the time she has time by herself, she's just so tired that she doesn't want to think about working on herself. That's why those boundaries are so important for her to get and keep.
What boundaries should she set with her children?
Her children need to know that when she's wants to be by herself, to let her be.
Yes.
Her kids are old enough now. They don't need her to be looking and watching and talking to them 24/7.
Okay.
She doesn't need to be their source of entertainment.
Correct.
She needs to tell them basically, I'm taking 5 minutes for myself.
I think she
bother
needs
me.
more time than 5 minutes to herself. I think she needs probably, maybe an hour a day to herself?
Yes, but when she's not getting any, 5 minutes will be a start.
It'll be a start. Okay.
Once the kids realize that she means it. Right now, she says, I need time by myself. She'll go in a room and they'll follow her. So the kids are very clingy and she allows it.
So she's got to recondition them.
Yes.
Any suggestions on how she can recondition them when they don't respect her boundaries?
It will be easier now that they're in school. They'll be preoccupied now that the summer's over.
Yeah, they'll have schoolwork and sports and stuff. Okay. All right. So Krista has done some healing with the issues that she has with the right eye pain and headaches. She wants to know how close she is to resolving that issue completely healing it. Are you able to heal it today during our session?
She's got to learn to let it go.
Let what go?
When she was talking to you about MS, she claimed it, my MS.
So it's the story she's telling herself.
Yes.
Okay. I know you are all powerful and you can do anything. What can you do today during our session to help with resolving that?
Resolving the MS? The MS it's pretty much gone, but it's her own mind that she still has it.
Okay. So once she changes her mindset?
Yes. Right now she only struggles when she's tired. And that's because her mindset, she lets her mind take over.
So when she's tired, what are some things that she can do in her lifestyle that will minimize or with her boundaries, that will minimize the amount of time that she's tired and experiences these symptoms?
She gets up at 4:30 in the morning to get her kids ready for school. She doesn't go to bed till 2 in the morning. She needs to get a better routine so that she can allow herself to get more sleep.
Yeah, no one can survive on that amount of sleep. You need at least 7 hours of sleep a night. So why is she staying up until 2 o'clock in the morning when she has to get up at 4:30?
Chatting with friends.
Okay. So what time should she go to bed at night if she's getting up at 4:30, so that we can give her a guide of this is what you need to put into place to get your mental and physical health in a better place?
She puts Autumn to bed around 9 o'clock.
Okay.
And she usually takes a couple hours to herself to unwind.
Okay.
Autumn, once she gets better boundaries, will go straight to bed instead of getting up all the time like she does. Peter needs to have a better set bedtime. That way she can utilize that time better.
Mm-hmm.
And then by the time 10 o'clock rolls around, she should be good and tired. She's had an hour time by herself, and she gets her time, and she should be able to go to sleep by 10.
When she's chatting with her friends till 2 in the morning, is this on her phone or the computer?
On her phone.
And that's a stimulus, which will make it hard for her to be tired and go to sleep.
Yes.
So when should she put her phone on away and on Do Not Disturb so she can make sure that she gets to sleep at 10 o'clock? Or at least start to go to bed and get into...
Once she puts Autumn to bed,
Okay.
everything, screen times and everything should stop.
And is there any other things that Autumn can do for better health with diet or exercise? Is there something that you can recommend for her?
For Autumn?
No, for Krista.
I think she's doing everything she can.
Okay.
I think once she sets her boundaries and she can better utilize the time she does have while they're in school,
Mm-hmm.
I think everything else, she's done the work, everything else will align and fall into place.
Okay, good. All right. Krista wants to know what are the blocks to her having an abundant life?
Goes back to setting those boundaries. Once she sets those boundaries and everything starts falling into a place, the abundance will come. Right now she's not aligned with anything because she's struggling to keep her head above water.
Yeah.
She's done the work and she doesn't understand why it's nothing's coming to fruition, because she knows she's doing the work. And then I think she gets frustrated because she doesn't see anything working, and she knows it works for everybody else. She's done the work. She thinks she's blocked, but it's not that she's blocked. It's she just needs to align everything up.
Okay. And that will happen when the boundaries are set.
Once she sets the boundaries and can better utilize the time that she has by herself without constantly getting interrupted and getting sidetracked, and focusing on her kids. Once she puts the focus back on herself, that alignment will happen naturally because she has already done the work.
And she's sleeping a lot in the day, and that's because she's not getting enough sleep at night. She's only getting like 2.5 hours. So should she, until she gets in the routine of going to bed at 10 o'clock, should she refrain from sleeping in the daytime so that she is more tired in the evening?
Not necessarily.
No?
She's got enough going on in her life. The kids do keep her busy, and even with the boundaries, she's got enough movement and enough everything else going on that she will fall asleep.
Okay, good. Now, she's this bladder and uterine falling. She's curious if she's, the doctors want to have surgery, but she's being advised not to have the surgery. What should Krista do regarding the bladder and the uterus falling to resolve it? What can you do today?
Her guides are pushing her friends because it's not a good idea to. Her guides are speaking to her through her friend.
Okay.
That's why he's so persistent with it.
Okay.
She doesn't listen to her guides, probably because everything else is weighing her down. She does listen to her friends, so they're utilizing him to get the word to her because she listens to him.
So what can you do today to lift that bladder and uterus up? Are you able to do that today while we have you?
Yes.
Are you working on it now?
Yes.
Tell me what you're doing.
We're putting the muscles. She's got a weak muscle due to a tear, which is also why she gets pain. We're replacing some of the walls in that muscle, strengthening them up, and then we're gonna push the organs back to where they need to be.
Oh, that's awesome. Will you be able to complete that today, right now, or will you complete it
We can complete it in the course of 3 days.
in the course of 3 days?
Yes, because we gotta make sure the muscles before we finalize it, we gotta make sure the muscles can withstand it.
Okay, beautiful. We really, really appreciate you doing this for her because she does not want to have that surgery, and obviously her guides do not either.
Yes.
Can I keep talking to you while you're still working on that?
Sure.
Can you do a full body scan and let us know if you see of anything else that Krista needs potentially worked on? Any other ailments or diseases? And if you don't mind telling me how you're doing the scan and what's happening?
I can scan. I'll start from the top of her head and work my way down.
Okay. And what part of the body are you on now?
We're doing the throat right now.
Do we see anything?
No.
Well, that's good.
She's got some chains over her heart. That's energetic.
What can we do about that?
We've already got them cut.
Oh, that's beautiful. Thank you.
She's got a disc that is slipped out of place down her spine. We're putting that back together.
Oh, that's wonderful. And where are you now?
We're around her hips right now.
Anything there that needs to be fixed?
No, just the bladder and that stuff that we're working on.
And that'll take 3 days?
Yes.
Okay. Is there anything she can do to facilitate healing from that?
Water.
Water? Lots of water?
Lots of water.
Okay.
She's got some inflammation around her knee.
Which knee?
The right knee.
When did that begin? What was happening in her life when that started?
It's a misalignment because of all the organs from the prolapse. Once the prolapse is fixed, that'll get realigned.
Oh, that's great.
It may just take a few weeks for that inflammation once we're done, for the inflammation to go down and repair itself.
And is there anything that she can do to help facilitate that healing process?
No.
No? Okay.
The organs fallen kind of shifted her posture, which put more of the weight onto one side of her body.
Wow, that's fascinating. And where are you now?
We're still working on the knees.
Working on the knees?
Just making sure there's nothing else going on.
Great. We really appreciate it.
That's about it. She's pretty healthy otherwise.
Good. All right. Now I'm asking the subconscious to recede to where it belongs with much love And thanks for the help and information it has given Krista today. I know she's really going to appreciate it. I want the entity from the lifetime that we were speaking to also recede into the past, to the time where he belongs, with much love and much thanks for the information he has given us. And remember, the things you are watching are from the past. They belong in the past, and we will leave them in the past. We only brought them forward as a curiosity to learn from, to have information to help with this present lifetime. In that way, they are valuable and have importance. But as Krista listens to the recording and goes over the material and puts it into place, it will not bother her in any way, mentally or physically. That's very important. It will not bother her in any way, mentally or physically. Now I want all of the consciousness